Hey guys, Krusty Kid back at you guys with another Detroit Lions video. This week we got the Chicago Bears going into Chicago to play them. And to say this game is important would be an understatement. This is not only a conference game but a division game. And honestly, the Lions are they're about on their last leg here if they're going to have a chance at making these playoffs. And let's just dive right into it. The keys to victory, the offensive wise, I think it's going to be pretty rough for us offensively this week. Even just generally, when we go to Chicago, we don't play too well against the Bears offensively. It seems like defensively they usually have us pretty much in check, and this goes back not even last year, but I mean even the years that we've been beating them prior to last year. The Bears have been they're usually pretty tough against our offense. We've had a couple games in Detroit where we've done all right against them, but in Chicago, I don't know what it is. It just seems offensively we're usually held in check to the most part, even if they are close games, which they typically are when we play the Bears down in Chicago. But keys to victory offensively, I mean, I would say we want to try and get a run game going, but without Kerryon Johnson, I really don't see that happening at all. So I think the keys to victory here we're gonna have to go for more of a short passing game, pretty much throw to set up the run. Like we've got to try and get some kind of just small ball going here, because I don't like if the Bears get it going like deep. I know the numbers may not be there, but the Bears are still a top 10 defense. It's just they just need it's all about momentum right now, and they just don't have momentum. The big part of that being, as we know, the Bears offense has been lacking lately. But like I said, that Bears defense, if they get momentum, they're still a top 10 defense. They got really great players, secondary, especially up front. We know what they have with Khalil Mack and all those big boys up front. So as far as like the offense, we've definitely got to try and get some kind of small ball going, maybe, and then based from that, if we can get that going, maybe get some deep shots, because I really don't see us running on the Bears defense at all. I really don't. It's going to be rough. We don't want to sit there and try and do too much deep passing either, because we don't want their defenders coming in, and they will come. Now on the flip side of the ball, defensive wise, what to say about the defense? The Lions defense has just been struggling all year. And I don't really see that changing this week either. I feel we're going to have a rough day. I mean, Trubisky has been struggling himself, but I think this is a get well week for Trubisky. I think he's going to look a little bit better than he has been the past couple weeks going against this Detroit Lions defense that has struggled not only to get pressure, but struggling to stop the run. And I think that's the biggest weaknesses about the Lions. Like, I think we have some decent players in the secondary, but without us lacking to stop the run, just makes it easier for them to set up the play action, and then guys are out of position, and not being able to get to the quarterback is another weakness of this Lions defense. So I do feel the Bears will have some success against this defense. It's going to be one of those where we're going to have to just tackle once a play gets made, when they catch a ball or anything, we've got to be able to tackle. That's got to be the thing there. And when they drive, which I do believe they will, when they get in the red zone, we definitely have to stiffen up and hold them to field goals. And maybe if we can get a play here and there on defense as far as getting a turnover, that would also help. And, yeah, this is definitely a rough matchup for the Lions. And honestly, I really feel the Bears are going to win this game in Chicago. I have these two teams splitting this year. I believe Chicago will win this week in Chicago, and I think we'll get them back when they come and see us in Thanksgiving in Detroit. But, yeah, like I said in one of my previous videos, I feel division-wise, the Bears and Vikings they really match up well against the Lions. And especially with the Lions defense how it's been playing, like they have definitely been struggling, and it's a rough sledding. It's unfortunate because the Lions offense is playing so well. Stafford's been putting up good numbers. Not just numbers, but they're being productive as far as getting touchdowns. Unlike some previous years where the numbers may be there, but the touchdowns weren't. But this year we've definitely been getting the numbers, and hopefully I'm wrong about this game, but right now I do have the Chicago Bears winning, and I'd probably say a one-score game, anywhere from 3 to 10 points at worst. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be one of those games that's just, the way I see it going is, I see the Bears offense doing just enough to eke out this victory here. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be a close one. And I'm not saying the Lions can't win this one, but I just feel the game being in Chicago and how our defense has been playing, and I know their defense can ball when they got the momentum. If their offense gives them the some hope in this game, which I do feel there will be some plays to be had against Detroit Lions defense, like we've just been giving up a lot of stuff, and we've been struggling to stop a lot of teams here, and I don't feel it's going to change too much this week. I don't expect Trubisky to look like Peyton Manning out there, but I do expect he'll at least look like prime Eli Manning, like his baby brother. But maybe hopefully I'm wrong about this game and the Lions surprise us. But yeah, I do have the Chicago Bears winning this one in a close game, and hopefully I'm wrong, and go Lions.